Hello everyone, and welcome to Jumperman Tech, where we specialize in HVAC but do everything DIY. And today we have a service request to replace this pump. Thank you to everyone tuning in to Jumperman Tech. And yes, I finally got myself a new socket set. This is the one I previously had that was taken from me in this building. We left it on site, and of course it's not going to be there when you come back. I also got another set here with a 1/2 inch drive, so now I have a 1/4 inch, 3/8 and 1/2 inch, and these are impact sockets for larger nuts and bolts when we're doing larger projects. Last time we were here, we had a crazy leak on this system here, and we replaced this pump motor. This one was rebuilt and reinstalled. We also picked up a new one for them to have on hand, and we're going to be installing that one in place of this one. Today we're going to be replacing this Bell & Gossett pump motor. It's a circulator for these boilers here. These are Laars pennant hydronic boilers. We got 6 of them. Why they want to change this is because last time we were here, you could even see some of the stains. I don't see it now, but the seal is gone, and we don't want another disaster like we had over there. I actually labeled all these pumps as everything was mislabeled before. See the shaft spinning? Let's go ahead and turn off the starter. See, this is labeled correctly. This one was once at number 4, but then somebody labeled it number 2. I scratched that out. It's actually pump number 3. I don't know what happened here. And also people mentioned that the settings were not proper. These should work in auto. I don't actually know what's making it work in auto, if it's pressure or what turns this thing on. But at times we got service calls where we weren't moving water, this and that. So I'm just like, you know what, until they figure out the auto situation, we put everything on hand. Pump number 2, off, off, and we should lock out, tag out. People mentioned that is definitely the best thing to do. This motor is now shut down, and we are safe to work here. That's great. We got, oh whoa, what was that? That thing is leaking. All right, of course, I'm not surprised. Not in this place. Anyways, Christian, let's close these valves. Got a supply in return for this pump. Got it. All right. You have a strainer here. Let's open this. See if the water stops. You see, I think it's clogged. There's no way. There's more water here. There's got to be. There's still going to be some water down here as it's lower. Oh, there we go. Gotta smack this thing. Right, you see that? Yep. This thing is full of dirt. Oh, hey, you should put some gloves on. Let's let that leak out. We also want to make sure that these valves hold. Stuff is gross. We're going to start by supporting some of these pipes before we take this all off. The water stopped there, so we know that the valves are holding. All right, let's get this show on the road. Got this one being supported through there and through this hanger. I got this one a bit supported through this hanger. Water stop, we should be okay. Let's pull this thing. I'm gonna start by taking apart this electrical. So when we loosen the pump, it's ready to come down and it's not gonna be hanging by the wires. Oh, look at that. Pull off the electrical cover. As far as this, it don't matter, we'll redo it in the end. Oh my god, it's like no length to this wire. Unreal. Get this locking nut off. Almost there. Okay. And the electrical is out of the way. Just put this together so we don't lose that locking nut. And we can start taking off the nuts and bolts for this pump. It's Friday. I want to get this done and go home. Thank God for having a socket. It's definitely gonna make this a lot better. I'm gonna hold back on this side because this is a little deep. Luckily I have some space here. Oh, that came right off. It's loose. All right. That's what I want to see on a Friday. Last time I was struggling with these things. Oh, that came right off. Beautiful. Oh. Even my socket set came right off. Come on, Husky, you gotta do a little better than that. Alright, let's get that in place. Oh, that's beautiful. Alright. There we go. It's separated on its own. Torn up insulation seriously triggers my OCD. I really hate how that is. I might just give it a nice smooth cut just so it doesn't look all ripped and nasty. It's completely unnecessary. But when we put in this brand new pump, I want it to at least look a little decent. See, that little difference makes it so much more pleasurable just to be in this room. I hate seeing stuff like that. This room is really in such bad shape, but it looks like I'm taking over here. Been here for a good year now, get constant calls. So every time we do jobs, we even clean up behind us. I'm gonna offer them possibly a maintenance program. They really need some love in here. Things need to be rebuilt and things need to be done right. Just hate working in a mess. I want to always leave things better than I found it. So just a little something. Take pride in your work, fellas. All right, 4 more bolts to go. Oh, I love how easy these are coming off. These bolts are in a lot better shape. Oh, look at this. This thing is loose and it's the wrong kind here. I mean, I'll guess it worked, but it's not as big as the others. I don't like that. Bit of an awkward angle, but oh, that's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. Let's loosen these up and get this all out of here. They even have a little homemade built gasket here. Oh, this doesn't fit. Does this fit? No, not really. Let me see. If it's loose, I'll let it be. I'll make it work. And it is. Alright. This thing's gonna ready to come down. This thing was just loose, super loose. This thing didn't even go in here right. Another problem that I see here is that they're not using the actual gasket. It's kind of something they just made themselves. Same thing with this. Really looks bad. But at the end of the day, it's about how is it performing. Support this. Yeah, it's holding. That's being supported. Got a little bit of water there. Stick that inside. We let that drain into the bucket. Let's clean up this area. And this pump is pretty much ready to take down. All right, we gotta muscle this thing out. Let's just slide it to the side a little. Oh, yo, watch out. Get your hand through there. All right, you ready? And when you go down, remember to use your knees, okay?
Yep.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Let's bring it down. It's not bad with 2 people. And there we go. I got some water there. Let's empty that out. All right. And that's why we got a mop. Man, that thing is dirty.
Sure.
All right, let's mop that up. Go get the mop. All right, that thing is out of there. Look inside these pipes, guys. Got some thick mud in there. Look at that. That's horrible. These pipes are eating up. Sheesh. Guys, take a look at the gasket that was here. This was made by hand. But look how much water was being restricted through that hole. That's incredible. That's so bad. This one, you see, you got the full... Oh man, it's bad inside there. But yeah, definitely need new gaskets. And this is just sad workmanship. The same guy who changed that pump is definitely the same guy who wrote this. Easy work. Alright guys, we got a real problem. We brought the pump downstairs where we had the new one. The flanges don't add up and the new pump is 1 inch wider. I can make this work a little bit. I could probably deal with that 1 inch, but this is the size of the flange on the new pump. Look how big that is. Man, these guys, they should have known better. These guys really should have known better. I brought them one pump to rebuild, so they had the sample, and I said I need one just like this. What the heck, man? At least offer me the flange kit. This ain't gonna work. The bolts don't line up, nothing. So I'm gonna see if I can get something in the store to match up. If not, I'm gonna need some gaskets for this. And we're gonna have to put that pump back. This is freaking unbelievable. This is really gonna set us back right now. We gotta hustle up and see what we can do. We're gonna need to take this as a sample. Oh man. Unreal. Clearly a size difference. Also, this hole is 2.5 inch. This is 2 inch. From flange to flange across, it's 6 1/4 here, and this is 7.5 inches. Oh man, this one's a little bit wider. I called back the place that I bought this from. I said, guys, you gave me the wrong thing. They're like, oh, well, that shouldn't be. I said, the thing doesn't add up. They said, bring it back. I brought it to them, and when I came there, they didn't take the pump and motor back. Instead, they gave me different flanges. Man, I wish they told me that before I freaking lugged this thing through. To get through here, we're in between floors, and to get into the building, you gotta go through staircases. Look, we gotta go through this with this pump, super heavy, or through there. So they really screwed us there, but we're back now, and we're gonna try to make this happen. It's becoming a real mess of a day. All right, man, we're gonna try to lift this, and hopefully we can add this up. Let's see how the pipes match up.
Good.
Balance it good.
We'll do.
1 on go. Out 1, 2, 3, go. All right. 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay.
Get this in place. Hold up. All right, we got space there. All right, let it be. Just want to see if we can get this pipes to match up. This is a little taller. Oh man, the heights don't match up. I gotta really figure something out here. Oh man, they really screwed us on there. I feel like they just lost a customer, because I'm not gonna come back here again with this pump. I'm just gonna have to make this thing work. It's supposed to be a 1, 2, 3 replacement. Trying to get this little piece off right here. This nipple goes from thread to groove. Oh man, it's impossible to get out. I'm gonna have to heat this up with a torch. Hopefully this thing comes off.
2,000 years later.
This became so much of a hassle traveling back and forth. The day is honestly almost over. Couldn't get those nipples off. What I did is I put everything back, even with those old gaskets. Got a tiny little drip, and unfortunately it's Friday. I'm gonna have to come back Monday. I'll just set a bucket underneath, but that's the best I can do right now with really messing up, because if I break this thread and everything, we're done. I also called 2 local plumbing supplies. They have these threads to nipple fittings, but the shortest is 6 inches. This piece is 3 inches, and with this thing being wider, if I can get even a smaller one, that'll be better. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. And you can see that seal is wet on startup. It starts to go. Hopefully this thing lasts throughout the weekend. I'm gonna have to go figure something out. We got flanges, but now I need to get that nipple to be safe. Also, we're gonna have to lower this motor a bit. I need to figure out an idea. I have to get rid of that kindle off. I don't know if there's something thinner than that. If so, that would be great. But we're gonna have to figure out a different platform here. This whole job is a mess. Man, I can't believe they did us like that. It's a very well-known place, Castellano Motors, downtown Manhattan. Man, we just did this job for absolutely nothing. I cannot send the customer a bill that we removed their pump and put the same pump with a bad seal with old gaskets back. So we completely lost out on today. I'm not getting paid today.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
It is what it is, and we're gonna have to come back and set this up. I gotta come back with the right parts and do this right. All right, guys, we are back on the job site. We turned the power off here. Electrical is disconnected, and we also have the system valved off, and we drained from up top. Let's take this thing apart to try to make this happen. This is a 2-inch thread to groove pipe. It's 3 inches long. I had to get this custom made at a shop, hoping to make this job a little easier, because I have a lot of trouble trying to take this apart. So we're gonna use this with the new flanges and hopefully make this work. Let's remove this pump. We just took apart the old pump. You guys seen that in the last bit. Also removing this. This is thick. We're gonna have to lower the pump. I'm hoping maybe this thin metal here will make that difference. We need a little bit of play. I need an extra inch, so I might be able to move this a little bit. And maybe if I loosen up these nuts and bolts of this heat exchanger, I can push this to the side a little bit. Maybe a half an inch there and half an inch there. I might be able to get this to work. And like I mentioned, these are custom new pieces. The other ones are really broken apart and chewed up. These fittings here, that part of it doesn't look that bad, but this one you can see it's all chipped up and broken. Let's get the new pump in place and just dry fit it for now, see if we can get this thing to line up. Now let's go. Let's just try to put it there for a sec.
I mean, I think you have room.
Hold up, now we gotta put the flanges in the pipe. All right, let's see what we can do. This is the direction. Oh man, all right, this looks more lined up now. That I think is gonna work. Got lucky with this. I just randomly picked up this metal from Home Depot. Anyways, let's get this flange and connect these couplings. I'm hoping that fits. We need a little bit of play as this pump is 1 inch wider. All right, height wise, that's almost perfect. That's definitely gonna work. New flange with that This is just barely in. Right now it's the width that's a problem. We're gonna need space here. Maybe if I could change that nipple at worst, at most, I'll do it. If not, they gotta take this damn pump back, but maybe I could redo that nipple at most, but if not, they should take this pump back. But honestly, the hassle is just incredible. I really just want to get this over with at this point. So I'm willing to do what I need to do. Heavy steel. Let's see if I can cut this. All right. Perfect.
Let me see that. Damn. How much is that?
All right, these were only dry fit in there. We really got to get them in there to see how much width we need. We're going to apply Teflon tape and Teflon paste, specifically PTFE paste and thread. Got the Teflon tape on there, and we're going to put the paste on top for a little bit more security. In there as much as we can right now. Okay, once again, I just want to dry fit this. Let's put the gasket through and a bolt. And let's see what we need to do to truly make this fit. Okay, let's get this on there. Hoping I don't gotta do some major adjustment here. I'm probably gonna have to change the pipe over there. I'm hoping not to. Let's see what happens. Oh man, it is so close. It is so close, guys. I want to make this work. I want to break that while we're doing this.
Yeah, that would suck.
Try to pull on that just a little bit. Oh my god. We're gonna get this to go. Hold on, we just gotta match up the holes. For the bolts, I'm gonna use Permatex anti-seize lubricant.
Oh,
With a little better platform, put some screws in there. That thing is solid. We tighten this up, gasket, then let's bring it into place and just maneuver. Let's be very careful. Hold up. Push it in. Let's get that lined up. Oh
Perfect.
my god, it's like perfect.
we made it.
Yeah, wow. That's freaking beautiful, man. Yep. When it comes to the Victolic coupling, we're gonna slide this over the gasket. You want to be in between the two grooves. That's good. One side on like this, the other like that. Clamp it. Yep, hold that. And we're gonna drop this in and just tighten up the two bolts. All right, let's tighten this up. And let's just do the same for this side. Lines up perfectly. It's amazing. Let's tighten this up. All right, we got this thing in here. This is very, very thick metal. You see it. It's a very heavy pump. That thing is sitting on there, no bends. Wish I got a wider one, but we put two together and we drilled some screws through there. This, everything looks good. We can open up the water, see what happens. I do have some gauges I could install here, but honestly, I want to make sure this is good first. All that stuff is little stuff. I'll be a lot calmer knowing this part is done. Close that. Oh, my dude ran away, yo. Alright, it's cracked open. We're open. It's looking good. Let's open this one. It's looking good. Oh man. Close the valve and drained. Should install those new pressure gauges. It would be nice. Got 2 brass nipples, 2 ball valves, and 2 lead-free gauges. You could put one here and here. Let's loosen that up. Everything is threaded, so we're just gonna put some Teflon tape on there and spin it on. Should be the right size. Yes, sir. It only makes sense for a nice new valve setup for a brand new motor. Let's air this out a bit. Yeah. Let's take this off here. And let's get to the electrical and wire this motor. This is a dual voltage motor, either 208 or 460. So we're gonna have to wire this accordingly. All right, got the top cover off. Let's take off this little cover here and get to the wires. These are all the same color, but they're numbered. All right, let's figure this out. We have a diagram here. We're gonna use low voltage. So wires 4, 5, and 6 are gonna go together. Let's see, this might be already set up. 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, 4, 5, and 6 are already put together here. Those are independent, they go to themselves. And then on this, just put the 3 phases on here and check rotation. 4, 5, and 6 go together. Then one power line goes to 9 and 3. The next power line goes to 8 and 2. And the next power line goes to 7 and 1. I'll take a picture of this so you guys can see. I use a solderless 4 connector to connect the ground screw to the casing of the motor. One power wire goes to T9 and T3. The next power wire, the blue one, goes to T1 and T7. And the next power wire here, the red wire, goes to T3 and T9. And 4, 5, and 6 are capped off together. Hopefully I can fit this inside there. If not, I might need to shorten up these wires a little bit. Let's close this up. I tested the rotation, and the rotation is proper. If the motor was going the other way, you would take this red one, or any one of these, and swap out the power leads. So in this case, let's say I use this red one, I'm gonna put it here, and the blue one I put it here. You're gonna switch the rotation like that. And that right there is a beautiful thing. Oh man, that was a tricky one. I'm glad we got this on with the new fresh pieces instead of struggling with the other one. It was all corroded. Need some insulation here, but whatever. I strapped that back on there, the sensor. Oh man, guys, I am relieved. And this really does look great. Unfortunately, we got into this situation, but we handled it and we figured out a good plan. Oh man. Nice and smooth, direction is correct. Also, the pressure is more normal now. All right, I think we're okay. Everything came out so nice and clean. That's a beautiful thing right there. I'm glad this fit. Oh boy. And honestly, I mean, I banged it up a little bit, got a little bit of scratches there. But something about this, man, I don't know. I don't like how this isn't fully painted, and I mean this stuff just rubbing against my pants. The paint was coming off. I feel like they sold me an old pump. And even the way that they painted this, I mean, you can see like little black right here. Like they covered this with tape and they painted. Why would you need to paint a brand new motor? It just doesn't make sense. Everything they gave me was used, even down to these flanges. This thing is all busted up on this one. Everything needs to go. Gaskets, you need the right ones. We're gonna rebuild this one, and we're gonna wrap it up here. If anyone found this video interesting or helpful, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe as I come out with new videos every week. And I'll catch you all next time.